I can tell you that I have experienced three-dimensional shadow people that have walked between myself and somebody else standing across from each other. We've had a parade of shadow people walk right between us. I have had a shadow person grab my hand and shake it. I think we have a question on the line for you, and if anybody wants to call in, 508-996-0500, 877-996-1420. We'll go to the phones here. Good evening. You are on Spooky South Coast with Brandon Masulo. How are you?
Good evening, Tim. Good evening, Brandon. This is Mike Montana.
Hello. How you doing?
I'll take the answer off the air. I just wanted to know, you may have discussed this earlier, but I kind of caught the show at the last about 30 minutes after the show started. My question is, what is the difference between a shadow person and a ghost? I have seen a shadow person. They're similar to a ghost, but you can't see through them, and they don't seem to react or respond to any kind of stimulation of any kind. Because I threw a chunk of wood at it, and it just kept going.
Wow. Well, I mean, in your research, Brendan, have you seen a difference between shadow people and ghostly entities? I mean, I know that certainly shadow people have kind of overtaken the paranormal world in the last few years.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Yeah, it's hard to tell. A lot of the cases that people told me, there wasn't a lot of shadow stuff involved. It was actually pretty intense visual apparitions or smells or auditory or things like that. Shadow people, it kind of crosses the line between ghosts and sleep paralysis. I suffered from sleep paralysis for a number of years. And with sleep paralysis is you basically wake up in the middle of the night and you can't move your body, but you usually see shadows coming at you, but you can't talk or move or anything like that. And it's usually shadows. But, I don't know. I don't know if there really is a difference between the two. I don't know enough about all these shadow men and shadow people and things like that. I would say there's probably not. I would say probably shadow people are probably just residual hauntings of some kind that we're just not making out. It's not the signal isn't strong enough for it to be hugely visual. But that's a great question. I like you said, it's becoming more and more popular, and I'm probably 5 years behind what's popular. So I'll probably read about this and start researching a little bit more about the shadow stuff.
I mean, I can offer a little bit of insight from my own experiences. Is I think part of the reason why we might there's different schools of thought, as you mentioned, as to what a shadow person might be. Some people feel it's a non-human entity. Some people feel it is like a residual haunt that is just not fully strong enough to form. Some people feel like it's an apparition that hasn't quite fully formed itself, but it is intelligent. I can tell you that I have experienced three-dimensional shadow people that have walked between myself and somebody else standing across from each other. We've had a parade of shadow people walk right between us. I have had a shadow person grab my hand and shake it. I've had some pretty profound experiences with shadow people that I think that there's something to it. And I think the reason why we're seeing more of them is because they were kind of always around, but now we're paying more attention to them. So they are these lower energetic beings, but at the same time, they still have an intelligence and a mindset to them. So to me, that means it could be a wide variety of things. Could it be that we're just reaching into another dimension that we can't see into? Is this another plane of existence that we just, we're able to perceive slightly but not fully? I honestly think that shadow people are more likely than not a ghost, not the spirit of a dead person somehow manifesting as a shadow. I think it's something else completely, and I think it's something that has always been around us. That's my own belief, but as I encounter them more and more, I'm not seeing anything that makes me think otherwise.
But if the shadow, if it's like another dimension type thing, you mentioned like tactile, you felt like it touched you or grabbed you.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I'm not afraid to admit I cried when it happened, because I had been one of those people that goes into haunted places and, yells and says, "Where are you? Come out here. I want to see you," and this was the moment where I said, okay, maybe what I'm dealing with is something that has an intelligence and a feeling like I do, and maybe I should be a little bit more respectful to it.